Warning, this podcast contains content not suitable for younger audiences, or older audiences, or anyone really. Run while you still can. We're the hapless heroes.
Well, you know what we're doing and why then. Just follow
Do you know what you're looking for?
Hello once again and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. We'll start by introducing our cast. To my left, played by Zach, we have Peridil Lincolnwoods.
It's me, Peridil Lincolnwoods.
To his left, played by John, we have Jarrell.
Pleasure to meet you again.
To his left, Felix Fizzlebottom, portrayed by Francesco.
Hello, I have a plan.
I am played by James. We have Hoblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
And to his left, we have Lord and Captain, because otherwise he'll kill me, Quinn Southwind.
Hello.
The something or other. All right, so as we left off last, we were leaving Erelon, headed back towards the keep, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Well, we did outfit ourselves, get ready,
Yeah.
and go to the Grey Citadel.
Okay.
To our boat.
Lurch would have arrived a day before you,
Right.
and he got himself prime sleeping digs in a room even smaller than the interns have.
Now, Lurch's real name is Manservant. Or should I say, his real name is Sven, and I only refer to him as Manservant.
Right.
Sven L. Not to be confused with Sven S.
Okay, so yeah,
All right.
we're just like grabbing our stuff, essentially getting ready to go. Did Zero get our
Note was still on the table.
correspondence? Okay, well,
There, periodically, you're still hearing explosions from the basement.
so we're just gonna leave that alone. I think Zero's busy at work, so we'll just go. We'll leave the note for him on the table, and if he cares to join us there, great. If not, it's okay.
It's always okay.
Yeah. So is everybody ready?
Yeah, off to the Citadel.
Let's do
roll.
it.
All right, the journey to the Citadel takes, geez, what did we establish as, like a few weeks on the road?
About like a week and a half, 2 weeks,
Yeah, a week and a half, 2 weeks on the road.
depending on pace. 2 weeks.
Yeah, let's say. Nothing particularly special happens.
That's good.
One of the pack mules has horrific gas.
Jarrell's minstrel, Franz the Soother, is singing non-stop the entire trip songs about the great exploits of Jarrell.
Jesus. And we can't kill these people that are with him. I know I can't kill him.
Listen,
If the minstrel just happens to fall in a well somewhere,
if we stop for a rest stop,
Hoblet or I are
is
not
this
gonna
is this
save
a
him.
multi-wagon caravan?
Yes, it is.
I'm eventually going to switch wagons
To a
to the
different
one
caravan.
ahead or behind or wherever.
Well,
where he
hang on.
is.
Let's
Okay.
give him a performance roll.
So when okay, hold on. We should establish this because, like, these people aren't necessarily particularly skilled in any, like, super skilled. You know what I mean? We don't have character sheets for them or anything like that.
Okay.
So, like, what kind of bonus should his minstrel have to his performance?
Roll a d4.
I was going to roll a d6, but yes, a d4.
So, yeah, here you go.
He gets +4.
+4 to his performance.
Yeah.
Let's roll. Okay.
this is
So roll
ridiculous.
it, yeah.
I'm just saying.
9.
Good.
So it's nothing
He's a
better
shitty
than what
minstrel.
Quinn would have played about himself.
Okay.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Wow.
Peridil is
Way to
forcing a
just turn-
smile. He's pretending that he
excellent.
likes the music.
Yeah, Felix will absolutely switch wagons.
Yes. But
Nobody's ever switched wagons
like I
for
mentioned,
me.
aside from that, the most eventful thing that happened is one of the lead pack mules had really bad gas. Most people thought it was Hoblet.
At least,
Mostly Quack.
at least Mary didn't get dysentery, guys.
We made it across the river.
In fact,
We forded the river.
for the first day, Hoblet also thought it was Hoblet.
I checked to see if I soiled myself several times.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, like he said several times.
Right. No, but I mean, never mind. So I guess when we get to the Citadel, let's go check and see how our ship's doing.
The ship will, in fact, be ready tomorrow. They're just finishing up a few things. Your arrival was just in the nick of time because they would like a name to put on the plate of this boat.
Fuck.
Yeah. Stop making us name things.
Okay, hold
It's
on
a
second.
ship.
Okay.
You name
I thought we
ships.
already didn't we come up with a name already?
Bodie McBoatface.
No, it's never going to be Bodie McBoatface. It will never be Bodie
Can we
McBoatface.
name it Sir Shipsalot?
I don't dislike
That's
it.
the strongest candidate.
I don't dislike it.
Does it need to be a woman's name?
Sir
Okay.
Sir Shipsalot.
Sir Shipsalot it is.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. That's a winner.
We have a group consensus.
I'm glad we didn't just spend 20 minutes trying to figure out the name of our show.
No, I'm actually not going to cut any of that too. So
Yeah.
that was how fast we came up with
That's,
it.
that's perfect.
Great.
Sir
Thanks for
Shipsalot.
nothing, audience. No,
Yeah.
I think actually someone did send a suggestion in, but I forgot what it was. And I
Was
lost
it Bodie
it.
McBoatface?
He's not.
We can do Sir Shipsalot because I feel like we firmly entrenched ourselves is definitely one of the less serious D&D podcasts. We're a comedy podcast that happens to have D&D involved.
Right. Right. This is rules as fun, guys. Not rules as written. So yeah, Sir Shipsalot it is. I'm writing that down right now.
Jarrell is kind of still looking like sideways at the boat. Like, this is what we have to go in.
If
You should have seen what it looked like.
If you don't like it, son, you can walk.
Compared to the miraculously floating
yeah.
mass of hot garbage that came in, the boat that is sitting there right now is honestly pretty good looking.
And this is Hoblet telling you to like just get it the fuck together, get on the
Right.
boat, and he
I
hates
hate
being on boats.
Fucking boats. But it's a necessary evil. I'm gonna have to roll a fucking Constitution when we get on there, and it's gonna
Like
get ugly
every
again.
day.
All right.
Jarrell is considering having manservant carry him, but he might as well just get on the boat.
I'm sure we can find somewhere to stay either in the Citadel or here. I'll just out in the port.
Yeah.
Just for the night. You know, collect ourselves. Maybe just
We do need a crew.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
My
shit, we need to
character
assemble
was
a crew.
recommending that.
And we all decided that we would wait until the ship was finished.
get the interns.
Yes.
We have
I
three
want-
retainers and three interns.
I mean, the minstrel probably isn't going to be very useful.
No, but my squire could be, and manservant is.
Wait,
He'll
Oh,
do
wait,
whatever.
wait. Are there halflings that live in the Grey Citadel?
I mean, I'm sure maybe in the port area there are people. There have.
I'm absolutely certain.
Can we try to locate Spanx's brothers? Lick and kick Mahiny?
Are they?
Is
Are they
Paradiddle
deckhands?
recommending this?
What? Are they deckhands?
They are now.
Oh yeah, they're deckhands, all right.
I as a unseasoned captain, I would prefer to have a seasoned crew.
Oh, they're well seasoned.
Some parsley, some basil,
Yeah.
a
lot of garlic.
rosemary.
Lots of garlic.
Vinegar. So where do we
You don't
find
season
a
with
crew?
vinegar. I mean, we're in a shipyard, so I feel
Let's
like
go
there's
talk to.
yeah,
How many
there's
people
gotta
do
be
we need to crew this ship?
people
Did we pay for this already?
yes.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you
Did you
didn't.
pay
The
for
ship,
this already?
the ship has been taken care of.
Bestowed upon
Yes.
us.
Because I
You
took
were
care of
poor.
that.
We just don't have a
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are plus sides and downsides to everything. Like in this city, for example, the plus side is that it will be rather easy for you guys to hire a crew at the cost of, let's say, 40 gold a week you can have a crew hired for. That's the good news. The bad news is it's going to be a dwarven crew.
How many people do we need, though?
We're going to call it 4.
Well, at
We
least
have 3-4.
we have manservant at
I mean,
least.
it's not so much a knock on dwarves as people, just dwarves as sailors.
Sailors. Yeah.
It's
We're not good.
And what's the cost? What's the cost per day?
40.
I'm calling it 40 gold a week.
But
a week.
But,
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
But so I'm confused though. So dwarves who are not comfortable and not good on ships are the most seasoned crew we can find.
In the
In
Citadel.
the dwarven city,
Fair.
Can we?
Shit.
it
do
wasn't
we
all
need-
going to be sunshine and roses.
So I
here,
didn't even think
guys.
about that. So they're good ship builders, not necessarily good sailors.
Do we need a crew?
Maybe.
They're poor
Although-
It's not the
seamen.
worst, though.
It may be a racist generalization.
That's also
Quinn
yeah.
never says he's not racist.
Dude, that's
so.
racist, dog.
Can we get 2?
Hubble and I had our
dwarves-
issues in the beginning.
Can we get 2 dwarves to tide us over? No pun intended. Until we get to Tamash Ahir.
2 dwarves plus his retainers
Right.
as our crew. I'll leave that up to the captain.
You have at least one strong intern.
I'm actually going to ask your opinion. Do you feel...
You're asking Hoblet?
Is 2 half price?
Well, he's a dwarf. I feel
Okay.
like he would know more about his people than I would. And I'm learning to respect Hoblet's opinions in certain situations. I feel like this would be one of them.
Is the crew
Because
here?
you had a rough time.
Are we like in the area where the crews would be hanging out?
Maybe. I mean, it's a shipyard.
Let's
Do you
go
wanna-
to
do you
the
wanna
place
vet- do you
where the
wanna vet
crew is
some
hanging
people?
out.
We're going to vet some people.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to hold open interviews?
Sure.
Yes.
All
We're
right.
the heroes of Valon.
I'm going to pull out my document.
Not Vesh. Sorry, heroes of Vesh. Sorry.
I'm going to draw up like an
Don't
application.
offend
and things like
Jarrell
that.
over here.
Yeah,
you
we're the
blasphemed Valen.
yeah, we're the established blasphemers of
Sorry.
Every
Hashtag
time
sorry,
that's
sorry.
brought up, Hoblet remains noticeably silent, as he is the primary, I imagine.
I mean,
Blasphemous
it was
blasphemer.
50-50.
Blasphemer.
And even Jarrell knows that. There wasn't just one person who decided to do that.
And it was us, allegedly.
You were the last ones in there.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, you're getting secondhand knowledge.
He
Secondhand
is.
knowledge.
It is.
Just remember, there are some people in this group that decide to do things without conversation.
We're all yelling this, too, like, while like we're holding these open interviews. Like,
Yes.
we're all just
Oh,
yelling
absolutely.
at each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys are bickering.
Meanwhile, the captain
like,
is defending his dwarven friend in front of other dwarves.
Dwarves.
As a half elf. So
Making
they're
it look
impressed with me
good.
right now.
All right. So
I think they're impressed
What
with
was
me.
the decision from Hoblet? How many?
We are going to vet
Right.
some people. And I'm trying to come up with some questions to ask fucking sailor dwarfs to put them through the ringer to see
Like,
what,
I like
you
this.
would know about people, too. Like, you're the one that
How
puked
many
the entire
times
boat.
will you barf on a ship?
Is it less than 3?
Is it less than 3 a day?
Are you good at repairs? Do you sometimes find yourself inexplicably in danger?
Are you under East Snare?
intangible.
Do you know how to keep a secret?
We're not telling the crew shit.
I'm not saying that.
They're
But if
there.
they happen to hear or see something, yes,
Yeah.
you either go overboard.
What happens on the ship stays on the
What
ship.
happens on Sir Shipsalot stays on Sir Shipsalot.
You're forgetting the most important questions. If no one sees you for 3 weeks, who will report you missing? Or will anyone report you missing?
Maybe. We may have earned enough.
If
Not
shi-
you
if a shi-
guys,
if
like
them-
your potential hirees. You know?
Oh, great question.
Yeah.
I like this.
Will
Okay.
someone report
Do they have
them
last
missing?
of kin?
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll frame the question in the guise of like, do you have a next of kin that we can inform should you face your untimely demise?
That's one of
Yeah.
the first questions
you're,
we asked.
you're unlikely,
And
but
the first
untimely.
person to
No.
say no, you're hired.
We are
Yeah.
not. Hi, I'm here for the job interview.
This is what happened to the
So,
last
do you have
crew.
any family members just in case you die? No, we're not
Wait,
asking them
we
that.
want you.
We're lying to them. This is the crew. I got some questions.
Okay.
This is the crew.
All
They
right.
didn't want. I don't know.
How many people have lined up so far, Dave?
We've set up a table.
You've got
like a
got
sign that says hiring.
two so far.
I've conjured a minor illusion of a table that does that.
that says
You can't
hiring.
actually put anything on the table, but I mean, it looks cool.
Does it look like it has like the marquee light around it?
It
that,
does
like,
now.
Traces it.
It does now.
Okay, so your first interview is a stout, hardy dwarf. He's of one of the lesser lines of your family, Hoblet. They had a bit of a reputation for deviance, so he's of clan the Flasher. And his name is Grundo.
Grundo the Flasher.
No, the
Grundo the Flasher was
I've
on
heard
his
of
way
this
to
side of the
becoming.
family.
Yes, he was on his way to becoming one of the next great competitive eaters before he inadvertently found his true calling in life. One of the next great projectile vomiters.
Wow.
Jarrell is
Yes.
noticeably disgusted with the presence.
Wait,
of this
does that mean he's gonna start his own line of the family, the Splashers?
Yes, his kin would all be the Splashers.
Wow.
That's amazing.
All right.
The end of a good run, the Flashes.
What do you ask him?
How many times have you been on a boat on the water?
Define boat.
I like how they all sound like pirates too. This is gonna be great.
I have a limited number of accents and voices I can do.
I was
I'm not Matt
waiting.
Mercer
I was
here.
apprehensive to see if he was gonna drop the Scottish accent or not.
I feel like the pirate accent is
Oh, it's perfect.
qualification enough.
It's perfect. Right. I like him already.
A vessel designed to hold more than 6.
For certain definitions of vessel, sure. Why not?
What's the farthest you've been?
on a body
On a
of
boat.
water.
Well, we stayed afloat for about, I don't know, 100 meters. It's pretty good.
Oh boy.
Jarrell is shaking his head.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Next.
Whoa. Ooh. Something's starting to,
All right, get this
bubble
man
up
out of
here.
here.
Jarrell jumps up.
Paradil jumps up and ushers this Grundo, the Splasher or the Flasher now.
Flasher.
He's still the
about to be in
Flasher.
Flasher.
Father of the Splasher family.
He's still the Flasher. You can go be the Splasher out in the hallway. Next.
The next one rolls in. He's short even for a dwarf, but somehow also wide even for a dwarf.
So he's flat.
So he looks like
Yes.
he looks just like a living.
He's been
carnival mirror.
somewhat
He looks like a barrel.
compressed.
Sideways.
A sideways barrel.
Okay.
He like waddles in.
Is he actually
That's
wider?
exactly how he gets in. His arms akimbo at his sides because there's no way he's even putting them down straight.
Right.
Is he actually wider than he is tall?
That's possible. You're squinting because he is vaguely square from the front.
That's hilarious. Okay. Well,
And
who-
he just
who are you?
Conus Grimbucket.
Codus Grim.
Conus.
Codis.
I call him Square.
Do you
Col-
say that out loud?
Conish,
Yeah.
have you ever been on a boat on the water before?
Yeah.
You're hired. You're hired. Jesus, after the last one.
Yeah.
Jarrell looks
I gotta
at
take the
Hobbit.
I gotta
You've been
take the
asking
boats.
No more questions?
They won't let me on the train anymore.
Wait. Why won't they let you on the train anymore?
It's best not to get into that.
This is X Factor
I
rules.
think this
We
is-
can any of us can
Jarrell
X
is lifting
him
his
out.
hands
Yep.
up and down.
Hobbit
with a-
is sitting down. He was
He's
so
con-
frustrated
Hobbit's
after the
content.
first one.
Conus, I think this is the exact scenario in which you should get into it.
How well do you take orders?
Well, here's the thing.
God, there's a thing.
So, what had happened was he starts kind of looking shifty over his shoulders, his head seeming weird as it turns on these gigantically wide shoulders of his.
No neck.
So, was with this girl, right?
Oh no.
And I mean, one thing led to it. She was all right.
Jarl slams his hand on the table like a gavel and just stares at him.
Right. You're getting 1,000-yard stare from.
What's that prissy britches? You ain't got none in a while.
Uh-oh.
Jarl stands up and starts making his way out of the room because he does not want to cause a ruckus in this bar. He just... Where are we exactly?
I think we're
Outside?
literally just
We're
sitting on the
parked.
dock.
We're just parked. So
With like a fake desk.
it's not even a bar. So I'm just walking away slowly, shaking my head.
I really want there to be X's in front of us.
Conus is now
Any of us
waddling
can just
after
be
you as fast as he
Yes.
can, and it can't.
Total X
It doesn't
factor.
even keep up with your walking stride.
So he's
his-
following me down the
Yes, his
Citadel's got
locomotion.
Gave up on the interview altogether.
Great Citadel's got
He's
talent.
just harassing me.
Yes.
Well, you know what? He took one for the team. Next.
You can hear him yelling in the distance. It ain't my fault you ain't seen a pussy since you fell out of one.
Wow. Well, he would have been fun.
Disclaimer.
You hear no
Hey,
verbal report.
I
from
said
Jarl.
you're hired.
The next is actually incredibly a halfling.
Oh.
You're hired.
Quinn nods. You're hired.
In the most delicate and high-pitched voice possible. Toastaker Grundleplinth III, reporting for duty.
Oh my god.
Hold the phone. Toastinger Grumpleflit?
Toastacre Grundleplinth III.
All you gotta know is all we're gonna call him is Toast.
What up, Toast?
Yep.
We are gonna call him Toast.
That's
it.
You are
You've
hereby...
named him already. He's
Yeah.
pretty much yours.
I've literally gone through each character so far and been like, okay, what's my nickname for him gonna be? Square. What's his name? Toast.
All right, Toast for sure. Hey, Toast, you're hired. Great. Yeah,
Toast.
get on the boat.
We've got Toast.
All right, can we actually give him a few rounds of questioning just for good measure?
Why? We know he'll be loyal.
Yes, you can. I'm good.
Jarl returns thinking that he's pretty much outrun Stumpy.
You have, even at a walking pace, even if you were limping with a broken
Lost
leg.
in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, you would easily...
He's still going and yelling at me.
Yeah, you could easily outpace Conus Grimbucket's incredibly awkward and unfortunate locomotion, even limping on one broken leg.
I feel like even when he once he tripped, he wouldn't even be able to get back up anyway. So
Yeah, he'd be useless.
he'd be done.
All right, here's Paradell's one question. How high can you jump?
A good question. I don't know. He starts jumping in place. Whee!
Jarl walks back to this.
So this is going
It's
great.
perfect. This is the best first impression you would ever
This
get out
is-
of this group.
This is great. So great, Toast. We'll see you on the ship. I suppose. Yeah. Okay. No, that's enough. That's great. That's awesome. But
You guys want to
please.
I'm so excited
please
about him
stop
right now.
Let me get that name
That
one
is
more
the
time.
best. Toasty McGrindle fucker.
Let me get the real name one more time.
McGriddle fuck?
I feel like I walked into like a backwards McDonald's. Toasty McGriddle fuck. 2, please.
This is what happens in the bathroom.
Two
at
toasty
McDonald's.
McGriddle fucks, please.
Do you remember what it
Extra
was?
syrup.
Toastacre.
Toastacre.
Toastacre. ACRE. Grundleplinth the Third.
I mean, at least I gave him toast and not grundle. So
Right.
Now, is this plinth is the grundle laying atop the plinth, or what is?
I don't want to know.
is the plith inside the grundle?
Like, I'm wondering where this name was, like the origins of this last name.
You can find out on the ship. We need to find another.
All right.
Do we need more crew than this, or were we going?
Are we
and
really
two?
hiring these other two idiots?
No,
What other two
we need
idiots?
one more crew member.
Where we
need
hired
one more.
So
Square
wait,
and Toast.
you're hiring
I may have
of
missed-
Conus
I may
Grimbucket
have
was
missed
not
Square
binding.
is gone.
Conan
Yeah,
is,
I feel like if Square fell out of the boat, he would just sink to the
possible.
bottom.
Yeah,
so.
quickly.
Good.
Yeah. Hold on a second. We're only hiring so far Toast.
Toast.
We need one more.
Yeah.
Right.
The other two were horrible
Yeah,
candidates.
to be honest, Conus's only position on a ship could possibly be anchor.
Right.
That's what. Yeah. Exactly.
We don't
He
need
would
a living
excel at
anchor.
that.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Next.
All right, Toast, get up there. I'm sure there's still some shit stains you can be cleaning up.
We?
You know it. Get up there and
Does
go.
he not say any? Oh no, he did. He said other words besides.
I
we.
did. I just got a little excited.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I'm on a boat.
Answers.
Go jump your way onto that boat.
And he's bouncing his way onto the boat.
Toast is my new favorite.
Oh my god.
I like toast.
All right. Well, is there anyone else even waiting to interview here?
Yes, one more dwarf lumbers on up.
There's no crude halflings waiting in line.
No, the
Is
one
there
halfling
any
you
more
got
in
was
line?
pretty wholesome
Okay.
in his excitement about jumping.
Like,
Fair
is this the last person that lined up? How many potentials do we have here? Just asking.
Yeah,
If
this
there's
is
a
the
line, if
last
it's
one. No,
stumbling in at a
no,
time,
they're
or-
just kind of coming in ones.
One at a time. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. What's your name, dwarf?
My name's Dorf. D-O-R-F. Dorf.
What's your clan name?
Dorfson.
Dark.
Jarrell.
He's just
Got
giving
it.
up now. You're just giving
Your
up.
parents were.
You've just
horrible
given
at
up.
naming.
I've had to live the life named Dorfson.
Reminds me of Life with Louie, Glenn. Everyone remember Glenn, the bully? That was his name, Glenn.
Well, listen.
They told
Awful.
me it was the name for a medically retarded Viking. I don't even know what a Viking is.
Okay. Well.
Alrighty.
Jarrell starts walking away again.
Whatever, Dorf. Have you been on a boat?
I have,
Do you know how to operate one?
more or less. You put the curvy part down, right?
Oh boy.
We're gonna need to know if it's more or less.
Yes.
Depends on the weather, really.
It depends on the. Oh, good God. Okay.
Next.
Well, look, squalls happen.
It
Right?
sounds like there isn't a next.
Yeah. Let's just. Okay, Dwarf. You're
Dwarf.
Dwarf. Dwarf.
Thank you. Thank you. I do have a name. Just call me Dwarf.
The Dwarfson.
Dwarf.
I can't even make up a nickname for that.
I think the
Dwarfson.
nickname is
Dwarf.
No, the nickname is the Dwarfson.
He goes by Triple D.
Triple D's.
Triple
Alright.
D.
All right. Great. You're hired. We have a name for you now, so that you're hired.
Excellent.
3D.
As long as I get paid.
Yeah. We'll have to negotiate that pay at some point, but sure.
And he
Dwarf,
kind of
dwarf,
goes,
dwarf? Yeah, the
stumps
dwarf,
his
dwarf,
way
dwarf.
onto the ship.
All right. I would like to forge some contracts here.
All right, we're forging contract, like forgery forging or actual creating forging.
I'm not sure if we hire these from any sort of service, but like I'm just drawing up their paperwork. Like you said, it was about 40 gold a week for them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a condition on that. Essentially, I'm gonna
There
add
is
like a footnote.
There is a 1 month probationary period. I might want to suggest.
I was gonna say
If you can live.
if you prove to be completely and utterly useless, you will receive a prorated portion of your promised pay.
Okay.
There it is. There's the alliteration we were dreading.
Prorated portion of your promised pay. Paid
You're cheap.
partially.
Paid
Prior.
promptly, please.
This is our money, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to save us a few bucks here and there.
I mean, if they get lost along the way, we don't have to pay them anyway.
Boom. You read my mind, but I didn't want to say it.
Well, if they get lost along the way, then we have to hire a whole new one when we get there.
Okay.
I'm not really trying to go through people. Let's just see how they do.
But we
It's
will
the
anyway.
implication.
Jarrell walks back to this conversation.
You can't hack it.
Okay.
They can't say no, because of the implications.
Oh,
But
God.
I love the motif we have. Jarrell walks back to this. It's just suddenly become like his catchphrase. Jarrell walks back to this.
So we'll leave the captain with letting the crew know what the hell they need to do. And we'll try to help out, I guess, and try to get this boat out of dock and setting sail to the south. Right? Like provision it up. Maybe like I can drop some gold, guys, if you want to like grab some provisions.
Yeah.
What exactly is the ship like?
It's a frigate.
No, I know.
Ah, friggin'.
yeah.
But like, so we don't have any sort of like military anything.
No.
I use
No,
military
this is not set up as a
but-
warship.
Right.
This is set up as a merchant ship or transport or something. It'll get you from A to B. You're not doing any piracy in it.
They tried.
Right. I mean, yeah, we're not. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of like how we could protect ourselves just in case.
We have us.
Right, but I mean that just like
I can set things on fire. Well, I mean, I can also I could hurl things long distances
Right.
to hurt people.
so we've got spells and we've got
Yeah, I think that
because
we.
does anybody else have ranged weapons besides me?
I have a javelin.
I have a pretty weak crossbow.
I have
Yeah,
nothing.
that's about how I am. You've
Well, I
got
have
nothing.
sacred
Well, you-
flame. I've
you
got
have-
You're
stuff I can-
you're
I
all
know, but-
tank.
Yeah, you're like up in people's face, but you have ways to
But
do it.
you're ranged.
I can
sorcery.
be helpful.
Oh,
with
Okay,
healing
all right.
stuff.
Then I feel a little
In a
bit more
fight, I could
comfortable.
definitely be useful.
I just
still.
thought because without Zero, I know he's proficient in his crossbow.
Yeah,
So that's why I was okay. All
We're
right,
fine.
cool.
We're fine.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Classic last words.
so we'll have like a.
Fine.
We're fine.
We're
We're
fine.
fine.
No, it'll be fine.
Oh,
What's
you mean
the
from
worst-
Felix?
What's the worst that could happen?
Worst words out of Felix's mouth?
What?
We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I know everything about piloting a ship.
Okay. So at this point, it should be okay. So first things first, before we get on the boat, is there anyone that I can connect with about foreshadowing in any possible like weather conditions or anything like that?
Weather prediction isn't great, but it looks like things are going to be relatively good for the next few weeks. We're still in late summer, but we haven't hit like the bad weather season yet.
It rained a little bit
yeah.
like when we were heading back to
Yeah.
Airline, but that was like one of the
Yeah.
first like heavy rains of the
Yeah.
season.
Right.
The worst you're going to be able to expect is maybe the occasional thunderstorm in the afternoon.
At 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
At 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
The brunching hour.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready. We have like food, rations, provisions, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. How much would you say we'd have to spend for that? Like to kind of fill up the boat?
I think of it this way. Have we been discussing how much rations cost while we're on the road?
No.
Why would it be different on a boat?
Good point. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Move cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So you're on a boat. Everybody look at the party because you're sailing on a boat.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Got my flippy floppies.
Minstrel Friends is singing again.
I'm assuming this boat.
And now we're trapped.
Yes. Now you're trapped in here.
I put it in
with
my
the minstrel.
earbuds.
What is the minstrel singing about?
He's singing about a
Beat
particular
by-
event where
Okay.
Jarrell
Beats
showed up to
on.
the outskirts of a town. He came in the deep dark night to put up quite a fight, and he goes on about how Jarrell destroyed 50 undead while carrying a baby in his arms and her mother on his back.
Paradell very politely mentions that the acoustics are best on the bottom deck.
The bilge.
Yeah.
I should probably get better acquainted with nautical terms.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Well, the good
Yes.
news is Hoblet doesn't look like a dick if he wants to go lay down because he is.
I'm sorry.
Of fucking course. Of course. The one time I want to be sick.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty decent.
All I saw, just I have to explain this for a second. All I saw was Hoblet's gonna go to the bottom deck because he starts to roll his dice next to his crotch. And I was like, Oh, and then I was like, oh, he's rolling the die. Oh, okay, I get it. I see that. It was hilarious because he's, you know,
He's gonna pretend to be ill and head somewhere where he can lay down and get away from.
What?
the
It's
minstrel.
like a 19 on his constitution.
What's the name of the minstrel?
Franz.
Franz.
Franz the Soother.
We're gonna come up with a better name than that, but it might be just between the
perfect.
four of us. Okay, so we are sailing.
You're sailing to the south.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
It's gonna take a while.
Yes,
it
it
is
will.
gonna take a while.
I mean, if you look at that map, that's a big
It's
sea.
chunk. That's chunk.
It's a big sea.
That's a chunk.
And
Damn.
We're heading
Yeah.
to Tarantus.
no,
We're heading
to Tamash Ahir.
Tamash Ahir.
All the way down south across the Sea of
Directly
Woe.
Oh, great!
Whoa.
Love the name of that sea. The Sea of Joey.
Tamash Ahir. It does take several weeks. Your rations do hold out properly, and it is a nice sunny voyage.
Yes. Is it his? No, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yep.
Not gonna say anything.
Yep. Shut up,
I'm not
friend.
gonna say anything.
Don't.
I know it's hard when you've been DMing for as much as you have, and then not having to pull back and not give the DM any ideas.
It's nice to just let it float there and occasionally not pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Because I was like, oh god, what the fuck is gonna happen while we're on the water?
Especially in my first voyage as a captain.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
was
that was my train of thought.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't necessarily mean on the way back it's going to be all sun and
Shush,
rainbows.
shush,
but-
shush.
So the under the hood for this kind of it's a little bit of sloth. It's more I didn't predict that we'd be doing anything on the water, and I feel like at least random encounters on the water have to be at least a little scripted, and I wasn't prepared to script anything
Hey,
for
cool.
it.
I'll take it.
I'm fine with it.
So Jarrell tries to round up all the main party members and ask them if he'll meet him in the servants' quarters. He'd like to know what's going on. Why are we headed south?
Oh right. Okay. So I'll let.
Will
Quinn
you go
take
with
this
him to the
one
captain's
over.
quarters?
Yeah. Because Kip told us to, and because Kip told us you were coming with us.
What are we looking for?
Evidence of the undead.
That's extremely vague. I've been on this trip for almost a week now.
We're
Will
looking-
you not tell me
We're
any
looking,
part?
We're looking for someone in possession of maybe some sort of jewel or artifact that could be used as something dangerous. We don't know who
Okay.
they are, but we're going to ask around. We have some very general details about how it must have been fastened to their head or something.
What?
There's a plague of the undead afoot. There are dark individuals with sinister intentions.
I've killed hundreds of them. I'm aware of this.
Well, you know what we're doing and why then.
Just
Do
follow our
you
lead.
know what you're looking for?
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for calling him on his vagary bullshit.
Age-old question, isn't it? Yes, we do.
And I'm supposed to take your word on this.
That's
Well,
what Kip
Kip
said.
does.
You either should or shouldn't. I can't really make decisions for you, but I mean, you're stuck with us now.
I've already
So-
been fool enough to get on your boat.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, man. Like, you're committed. That's,
I mean, you should have thought of this earlier. I'm just saying.
like, you're in it now.
There's no getting out at this point.
That's why Hoblet tried. He's done. Hoblet's just
It's okay.
standing.
We'll just ask around.
Jarrell's gonna take his time from this point forward. He recognizes that none of you trust him, and he trusts none of you. But he
Nor
believes
should you.
in Kip, and that Kip sent him, knowing his quest, to destroy the undead.
And that's why we don't trust you. Yet. Because Kip's never done us anything but kind of dirty. And now she got a mole in our crew, as far as I'm concerned. She implanted somebody.
Again, side character, she implanted 4 people at this point.
Right. It's
All right.
double the mouths to feed.
So, I'm just gonna say, listen, Jarrell, no one is doubting your awesomeness or mightiness. I'm sure
He's
you have
nodding
slayed
and slightly grinning.
plenty of undead. Cause, sidebar, flattery is my preferred trick for getting what I want on my character sheet. So,
And it's his preferred trait for
right, I'm just gonna
people
stroke
getting
his
what
ego
they
for a
want
second
out
to
of
get him
him.
to stop asking fucking questions.
Wait a minute, is that why you're friends with me?
So,
Awkward.
Jarrell,
Life just got a whole
you
lot
just
more
you just have to
complicated.
understand that we have a very tumultuous relationship with Captain Kip, and it's just going to take us some time before we're willing to share the full detail and scope of what we're working on.
I am aware of some of her shadier dealings.
Right, so you can understand why we may not have complete and total confidence in you at this time.
I will earn my keep.
I
have
appreciate
no
that.
worry there.
Yeah, you earn that. You do that.
Do we have the scrying orb?
No.
Can I have a sidebar with you?
Yeah.
For a second.
Zero is still studying the scrying.
You want a sidebar with Felix?
Yes.
Okay.
Where?
So just the two of us.
Let's step away into another room.
Yeah. So we're gonna go into the captain's quarters.
So you're
Okay.
leaving Hoblet, Jarrell, and Paradil together?
Yeah, we're splitting the party.
On the boat.
I know, let's do it.
Yeah.
A giant squid is not gonna come out of nowhere.
Don't
Hoblet.
look at him.
Oh, no, Hoblet's laying down pretending.
Don't look at him.
I invited everyone.
So my initial reaction. I'm talking to Felix.
Uh-huh.
My initial reaction is not to trust him. However, knowing full well that Kip
Where are you, giant squid?
is doing bad things, and he is a paladin, I feel like he might be more of an asset to us if we can gain his trust.
We gain his trust,
Correct. We still don't necessarily trust him,
but we gain his
but
trust.
we gain his trust. And if that can be, we might be able to trust him more in the long run.
Uh-huh.
Just a sidebar, just a thought.
Okay.
I don't like him as much as you don't.
I mean, it's not that I don't like him. It's just like,
He could
I'm
be
just not...
the enemy
too
of our
comfortable
enemy
with these-
is our friend.
I'm just not very comfortable around
And
like,
you, of
super
all-
holy types.
Are a logical individual.
I do my best.
I think we should play our part as best as we can.
Right. Okay. Okay. What do you mean by that? Essentially, do we tell him? Do we bring him in?
No, but we give him as much as we can to have him help us as
Okay.
best as.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's go back.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
So Jarrell, after a Jarrell,
Jarrell.
Jarul. Jarul.
As you're saying this to me, manservant is in the corner pouring your alcohol into tumblers.
he's pouring Quinn's alcohol into tumblers.
Why?
Paradil's
He's
just
helping
shaking
himself.
his head.
But why?
Jarrell is helping himself, and manservant is going to pass each a drink.
Why are you testing the waters? Why are you doing this?
He doesn't think
You are
he
not the
is
DM.
at all.
This is like his lifestyle. He's like he comes from nobility. You know what I mean? So this is like
This is
Oh, okay, I see what's happening.
Him taking your booze,
Yeah.
to him is his peace offering to everyone. He doesn't see.
he's from the upper echelons of society.
So you're trying to pour me a drink
From your
It's
own
my
stash.
own
drink.
But you gave yourself the first
Hilarious.
drink, I'm assuming.
Well, manservant does.
Yeah, of course.
Let's.
Okay, so this was just a good talk, Terrell.
Toast?
Yeah, let's toast to friendship. To friendship.
This is even better than the squid.
Toast.
Toast. Where are you, Toast?
My God, I hope that's not too loud for the recording.
It's okay. I can lower it.
Toast jumps in.
Yes, he does. With his arms spread, like his left
I just-
arm a
I
little
need-
low and
I
out
need my
forward,
anger
the right
to, like,
arm up
come
behind his
down
head, like
so that I can take my own
"Sada."
advice, and I need something to entertain me. That's literally why I yelled toast, not to toast him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. To friendship.
And the best part is
took
you're the
it
one that
as-
caught it.
I took it as toast.
Right. So yeah, toast happens. I guess a toast
Yes.
of some kind.
Yeah. Comes into the room. Ta-da! Not saying that, just doing that
Right.
with the jazz hands, with that really high-pitched squealing wee coming out of his soul.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah. That's the end of it. At the
Walk
end,
back in and you're
at the
walking
end
right
of
back
at the
out,
end
yeah.
of that display, Toast kind of collects himself, puts his arms almost straight at his sides, looks around sheepishly like Andy Kaufman in the Mighty Mouse sketch, and then awkwardly kind of backs out of the room.
Because at first he came in with the other part of Andy Kaufman during the Mighty Mouse sketch.
Yes.
Which is the jovially waving his arm.
Yes.
All right. Great. I'm glad that we were able to come to this consensus.
What consensus?
Exactly.
All
So,
right.
yeah, just help us find this thing, this gem, or whatever the heck it is. We think it's tied to some sort of person working for these evil, whatever things that are making the undead happen.
Gerald nods.
Okay, good enough to work with. Great, good talk. Go team. Let's go.
As I said before, your quest is my quest.
All right.
All right. So after this thrilling mid-ocean exchange, and this isn't the weirdest things get. Unfortunately, Toast gets a little bit of cabin fever and starts doing show tunes on the deck of the ship by the middle of the second week.
Quinn is highly
Except-
entertained.
Yes. Except it gets weirder and weirder, and by the end, he seems to have embarked on an epic rendition of the Pantsless Pirates of Penzance when we get in view of Tamash Ahir in the south.
I just get a little worked up every time I hear an alliteration. It's like that scene from South Park, with the Time Warner cable guys, I should just get buttons over my nipples that I could just undo and just, yeah. Okay. Anyways.
That's terrifying
Yeah.
and utterly expected.
Yeah. So we're there.
We are there. We have arrived. And
hot.
it is stupid hot. I mean, sometimes people in the South say, but it's a dry heat. It doesn't matter.
Hot as hot.
Yeah, it's new kinds of hot.
Great.
Like anyone from colder subterranean climates, you're feeling it. So you do find some moorage for a reasonable amount of money out towards the western end of the wharves.
All right. Well, I guess we'll pay the help
Yeah.
40 gold because they got us here without problems.
He said 40 for 4. Was it still 40 for 2?
Hell no.
Oh, look at the paladin being cheap.
Jarrell's not saying this. He's not paying for it. You won't tell him anything. You just threw him on a boat and tell him to shut up.
Yeah, way to Shanghai a paladin.
She gave him to us. He's our paladin now.
Sort of give him to us.
So what is it? 40 gold
per week. How long did it take?
Yeah, so it's 40 gold total for the crew. So,
And how many weeks was it?
40 gold per week. Let's say it was 2 weeks to
All right,
sail
80
down
gold.
here. So yeah, 80 gold. Although
Are we sharing this responsibility here?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
do that.
20 each.
20 each.
So you have arrived at Northwest Tamash Ahir.
Great. I'm going to first take just like a cloth out of my pack,
Yeah.
and I'm going to use prestidigitation to chill the object for the next because I can use it to warm up, chill, do
Okay.
different things, and just using it as a sort of like a cold cloth I could just kind of be tapping myself with to keep myself cool because it's really freaking hot in the desert, and I'm a gnome.
Manservant has a gigantic fan that he's just waving up and down at me.
Of course.
Yes.
And he's sweating his balls off. Yeah.
And I just look at Hoblet. You have a fan?
Paradil
Sorry, friendo.
Paradil makes a clockwork fan for himself and Quinn.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, spend the gold for that shit.
Yes, I know it's 10 gold.
I'm just kidding.
Don't
man.
get angry about
I'm
it.
just kidding. I just feel bad because you guys have more gold than me.
Does that wait? Can I do that?
I know you and
Can we,
Zero.
can we
kinda
roll a
get-
cool then?
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Rule
Out
of
of-
literally cool.
out of character.
Yes,
you and
it's
Zero kinda
literally
get
cool,
screwed over with that.
and I feel like especially in this city, there's an inherent bonus to making gadgets and doing stuff with gadgets because this is literally the home of doing cool shit with gadgets.
Right. So I think I'm gonna just try to first engage my Omega Project contacts
Okay.
and see if any of them might be able to provide some more information about, this type of gem. If they've seen if anybody of note, maybe wearing something ornate upon their head, walking around the town or
Okay.
That's this one?
So
what?
The head crest one? I was trying to remember which ones were in which city.
Yeah, this one's like a circlet or not like something above someone's head. Or
Yeah.
around someone's neck maybe. Actually, this one was.
Because they might give us a little clue as to where to start.
Yeah,
looking.
the on top of the head one was Tarantus. This one's the necklace or so, like something. Just like it just
Was
looks
it
like
the mage's necklace type one?
I don't know. It's a POV,
yeah.
so you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, or it's on the head of a really short person. But.
Right. Also that. So
What kind of status do I have here?
Not particularly known. Are you a famous scientist?
Well, my father. That's kind of
In the
I'm
port,
using
at
the
least.
name.
In the
yeah.
port, the name Southwind might still carry something here.
Paradil might have status here.
Okay.
you would
Yeah, I'm known for my work.
your handiwork,
Yeah.
your blacksmithing.
Uh
What was the name of your shop?
huh.
Should establish that. Why not? Let's build some backstory here.
Ooh, it's backstory worthy.
Paradil's pounded pewter.
You're stuck with it.
Just gonna, cause I'm maybe not so modest, but trying to market myself that way. It was called the Good Anvil.
The Good Anvil. All right.
Yeah, that's solid.
I like that.
What a quaint name for a blacksmith.
All right. Well, let's try to figure out if we know anybody here. Maybe we could try to ask around.
Okay. So you start getting your way into the city, wandering the winding ways of the Western Wharf.
Okay.
Yeah, I was holding on to that one for a bit. So there are a few places you could probably head to find contacts. There's the Runner House, which is towards the east side of the city. More towards the center would be some of the central Omega Project offices. That's closer to where you are now.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'd head.
Okay.
Report to I don't know, maybe just someone in the magical investigation wing.
Magical investigations. They
pretty
do have a
specific.
place. It's kind of in the basement of one of the kind of outer administration buildings.
Yeah. Okay.
So you do get there. Magical investigations.
I just was making that up, but yeah.
No,
hey,
it's okay. We're gonna lead into some cool stuff with that. They do exist.
sweet.
They are in the basement of one of the outer administration buildings.
Okay.
You get there, and it's pretty small. There's just a couple of people who work down here. Kind of a perpetually scruffy, dark-haired dude who's spending way too much time in this basement. He's getting a little bit of a pallid cast to him. There's some sort of strange doctored photo poster next to his desk. Something about the truth being out there.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Who's introducing themselves first?
Well, let's see if he. Let's see. Do
Yeah.
I recognize him?
Not really. I mean, you only ever knew this place existed by reputation, but no one had the junk to actually come down here and try to figure out if these weirdos actually existed.
Okay. Well, I'll just be like.
I mean, that would kill the joke.
Felix Fizzlebottom, Research and Development.
Ferks Moldar.
I was going through names. I was like Wolf Boulder. Like, there's so many different ways you could go with this.
I
Love it.
Is it
I
spelled
mean,
with
it's-
an X still?
Firx. Ferks. Muldarr.
Oh God, no. All right.
Ferks Moldar.
Ferks Moldar.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a little wild-eyed. Like his eyes are ever so slightly bugging out of his head.
Well, Ferks, it's a pleasure. So I've been in the field for a while.
Wait,
And-
can I ask a quick question? Does he have a partner named Boney?
Schooly, thank you very much.
I get it.
I think everybody
I
gets
understand
it.
that reference. I've been in the field for a while, so we've been just trying to figure. We came across something rather interesting and magical,
Ooh.
and we believe that this object. We need to figure out who the owner of this object is. It appears to be some sort of gem of scrying. And we believe that the person may or may not be aware that they are in possession of this. And we know that this is a slim chance, but we're wondering if there's a way that you can assist us in locating a potential magical artifact on a random stranger.
I've been asked to do weirder things down here, although people asking may or may not have been in my imagination. It's been a long time since people have come down here.
Oh, well, I guess this is your lucky day.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it, though?
So, is there like something we can almost like? I'm thinking something along the lines like out of character, almost as if like we could get. You know how people on the beach like they have the metal detectors and stuff like that, like a detect magic detector.
I don't know if this internet. Jarrell has the potential for a spell called Locate Object, but it has to be within 1,000 feet.
And you've had to have seen it before.
It says
think so.
described.
Oh, here, let me see.
Yeah, but we
Let's read
nobody
the full
knows what it
context of
looks
that
like.
spell.
though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
you're making a kind of leap of faith assumption that this scrying gem looks like the other one.
Or
Here,
we know it's attached.
let me
to.
read-
Learn direction to closest named or described kind or specific object within 1,000 feet. It
Yeah,
says see books.
I have the full text. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can
I don't even
locate...
know what really exists.
Right. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. The spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between
Superman
you and the
vision.
object.
So if it's something that like is a normal, everyday, commonplace object, you could find things that are like it.
Or like
you
Hoblet's
can't-
hammer I could find within...
Well,
Right.
shoot. I guess, Ferks, we may or may not need your assistance after all. But what do you
It just
got?
seems a little odd to me. The scrying gem isn't something you just find on the street. It's not so common an object anymore that people would just leave it laying around, you know what I mean? So I find it a little hard to believe that someone could have one of these and not know they're having it. It's just too valuable to lose.
Well, in that case, have you heard of anybody in possession of a gem of this kind?
Well, see, there's the problem. Is at a glance, it would be tough for an untrained eye to tell it from any other gem. So now we're looking for something that may or may not be. What did you say the original was a ruby?
Yes. We actually have the original. This is my friend. He's my new friend now.
Well, he worked in the same place as you.
Yeah, we're coworkers. It's cool. I trust these guys with my life.
But we still don't trust someone else in the room.
That's okay. We're not gonna let him anywhere near it.
Ooh, it's fascinating. You
So
can
wait,
tell.
Quinn handed it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jarrell looks at it.
You can.
Squints.
You can tell the power up close. Here's the problem: is a ruby like this, you're gonna see a few of them around here. They're kind of a popular stone. Anybody wearing any kind of fancy headgear probably has one or two set up in there.
Right.
Shit.
I think the point of these was to be discreet. Or
Well,
like
they're-
Well,
yeah.
thought. So if this gem is similar to the gem we're looking for, wouldn't locate object work?
Let's find out.
I mean,
Got to
doesn't
be
it-
within 1,000.
Did it say a similar object?
Well, I mean, we can be patrolling
Right,
the
but
area.
how many similar objects are there? There's a lot of rubies out there, right? Like, would it?
This one's got to be pretty close, or we're
Right.
thinking it might be.
Does anyone have the detect magic spell? By the way, also.
I do, but I don't have it activated. I
Oh,
don't have
actually,
either
you
of those
haven't, you haven't prepared any of your spells yet.
So
Actually.
then I can.
Can the department that Ferks Moldar
Are you
works in?
taking detect magic then? I'm sorry.
Yeah, as of right now, yes.
Yeah, it's only within.
You killed a good joke.
I'm sorry.
All right.
It was a mechanical
I'm
kid.
in
Sorry.
game mode. I
All right,
apologize.
question.
We're in a hold. We're in a hold.
Question. Can the department in which Ferks Moldar works be called the Hex Files?
In fact, it is now mandatory that they be called this.
Was that the great joke that I
Yes.
played?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not a great joke, but it's a funny
my God,
pun.
that was so funny.
It just adds a... Shut
Oh,
up.
fuck off, Mike.
Fuck off, Mike.
I'm doing serious work here.
Mike, I like my puns, all right?
I know. I like your puns.
Really serious,
We don't do puns here.
Jarrell looks around the room at the group and says, "How long have you had this object?
A while.
Where did you find it?"
Can I ask you a question? Are you talking like what's his name? On purpose? What's his name? Oh my god.
No,
I can't think of what his name is.
certainly not. Just more
From
of
Star
a-
Trek.
Oh, Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Am I
No,
talking like
not
Patrick Stewart? That's awesome.
No, shoot.
We could all stand to be compared to Sir Patrick
Um,
Stewart. a
Denny
little bit
Denny
more.
Crane.
It's the nicest
Shatner?
thing anyone's ever said to
Shatner.
me.
Oh, am I talking like Shatner?
Like
I feel like I'm
it's very
I'm-
staccato.
Yeah, I feel like I'm talking, but like with that English accent.
Okay, no,
Like,
I like it. I just was
slowly
curious if
and
you were doing it on purpose.
delivered
Okay, I'm sorry.
as best.
Yeah. Some of the pauses I feel like are just incredulousness that you're
Yeah,
having to
it's
put up with
hilarious.
this
I love it.
bullshit.
Right. Listen, so we found this in a really bad place. So you remember when we had... Okay, whatever. We killed a necromancer, Jarrell. Okay, and he had this. And we're trying to make sure we stop any other potential necromancers from doing bad things with it.
My quest is your quest.
Okay, perfect.
Should we explain to him why we haven't been telling him?
He doesn't think to ask that at this point.
But I mean, if we're gonna be upfront,
He's
as
already
it
relatively
is-
aware of how little you trust Kip.
Okay. I think he's smart enough. to know
Hoblet's
that that's
glares
why we're-
have made that overtly clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he might have mentioned that.
You
earlier.
can say what else you want, Quinn. That's where Felix is stopping.
Okay. Let's just say we need to be careful who we trust.
Understandable on a mission such as this.
Great.
Cool.
I guess now, Felix's question to the group is, and to Ferks.
Ferks Moldar.
Well,
Schoolie.
what can you do for us, Ferks, while we conduct our investigation?
I could put some feelers out. A good number of the artifacts worth having around here get registered in the city records.
Okay.
They get a little touchy about powerful artifacts and potential misuse. I mean, there's some definite rights arguments there that some of the farther out wackadoos, they're taking our wands.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, those people.
They're not a fan of the registration, so there's going to be some things under the radar, but I think we can take a look.
Okay.
What you're probably going to need to do is if you're I don't know what you're doing, you're trying to detect an object, in about 1,000 feet? So you're going to have to do that at pretty much every street corner in the city and triangulate it.
Let's do that. Let's give it a shot. We're gonna
Have
have
fun,
to.
boys. I do not want to be you.
Yeah. Well, we'll at least know the direction. So, I'd say we need to get ourselves together and come up with a plan to
Of course you do.
narrow down where this thing could be located. So let's go back to the surface. Thank you, Ferks. It was
Anytime.
absolute pleasure.
Schoolie is feeling a little under the weather, but I'll tell her you said goodbye.
Yeah, thanks. I would
As
appreciate
we're
that.
leaving, Jarrell is already going to try to detect the object.
Like as you walk out the door, like you're gonna cast it. Yeah. All right.
No stone unturned.
Nothing.
So nothing within 1,000 feet of the Omega Project's office.
Good to know.
Okay.
What did we see through the Tamash Ahir?
Someone was just walking through the open air market with it around their neck.
Okay.
So at least we know it's not located at the Omega Project.
Right. Or anywhere within 1,000 feet of it currently.
Right.
I mean, it was in motion before, so we're gonna have to move farther in.
How long before, is it long rest?
Long rest, you get your spell slots back. I get mine in a short rest, but I only have a few. I have only 2 spell slots I can use. Period. Okay, well, can we go to? Let's try to find where the market is. Maybe we'll do it one
Yeah.
more time there, and then we'll kind of just burn a couple, and then maybe see if we can get you guys to rest up, and then we try again if we're unsuccessful.
Is there a particularly important section of town, like town hall or something like that? A central hub where the most people would be?
The most people would be at the Grand Bazaar.
Let's do that. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar.
Okay. So that is where you would go, and that is actually pretty much due north of where you are.
Okay.
About halfway between this the kind of center city campus of the project and the central wharves.
Jarrell, shall I cast it again?
Let's. Haba, do you have that prepared?
I do not.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Cast
Okay.
it again.
Okay, burn the other slot.
There is nothing here as well.
Ooh.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Well, I imagine that kind of power takes some time to rejuvenate.
It does.
We should probably find where we're going to stay for the time that we're here.
Agreed. Shall we find a hotel?
Motel, Holiday Inn.
Hotel. Yeah, I was just gonna say we could. Is the runner house in this city?
The runner house is on the east side.
Right. You said it was here, like a tea house, I believe.
More of a hookah bar.
A hookah bar. Okay. Is there room? Are there rooms for rent?
If there aren't, they would be able to refer you to a place.
Okay. Because I'm not I don't need to stay in ridiculous.
Yeah. In
Digs.
fact, you remember because you've worked in this city before. You
Right.
checked out the runner house before you really committed to wanting to be a runner because why wouldn't you?
Right.
They don't have rooms for rent there, but they do kind of have deals with a couple of the places around there. It's sort of, kind of a symbiotic business relationship.
Sure.
Since a lot of people come into town.
All right. Yeah. What's the first inn I see?
The first inn would be the Golden Lion.
The Golden Lion. Ooh, the Gold Canary and the Golden Lion.
Yeah.
It's a chain.
The chain.
The Golden Lion is pretty middle of the road, to be honest. With
Okay.
such a grandiose name, you'd think it would be a really nice inn. Well, it's not great. It's not a shithole. It's the sort of place where you could go and get a reasonable room for a reasonable rate.
Let's do that.
While we're doing that,
Sounds
Jarrell is going to send manservant back. However
Where?
long it's going to take to talk to Zero and let him know exactly where we are. In the off chance that we're still stuck here.
We're on an island.
It doesn't matter. He can send me.
Wait, no. Just
Messenger.
Just look into the gem. Let's just write a note
Yeah.
and just hold it up
we
to the
can
gem
contact him,
so he can
more
see
or
it.
less,
Jarrell
yeah.
still doesn't know you can do that.
Right, no, but I just kind of say that.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's
try
gonna take way too long, and I don't even know.
no need, Jarrell. We have a way to communicate.
Thank you, though.
So we write a note, leave it under a light, and aim the gem at it while.
Yeah,
we're
and just leave
sleeping.
it there for a while. Yeah, he'll see it.
Hoblet squeaks his bare butt in there for just a second.
Let's see.
That makes total sense.
Zero does happen to be paying attention at the time.
That's good to know.
And you can very faintly feel the scrying gem jiggle just a little bit.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, well, I guess that's confirmation, maybe? Cool.
It's tough, because I don't think you can see Zero back through there.
No.
Well, can Zero have such control that he can, like, code the vibrations?
I don't know. We can't ask him, can we?
Well, you would be... I feel like Felix would be the one to understand pretty much any code that Zero would be sending through these vibrations.
I don't know. Is there a pattern?
Not really.
Okay, so, no. Well, cool. So he knows what's up. Well, let's get some sleep.
Yeah.
And deal with this in the morning.
That sounds good. You guys get the inn, you get to sleep, and I think this is going to be a good stop before we get into the real big meat and potatoes of actually tracking this stuff down in the city.
This is going to be crazy.
Oh, this is going to be a fun needle in a haystack kind of adventure here.
Here we go.
MacGuffin!
Oh, yeah. This is a good old MacGuffin chase.
MacGuffin!
If this ends up just being like a red herring or a MacGuffin or whatever, like I'm going to shoot somebody.
No, I feel like this one's too cool to waste on a red herring.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
appreciate
I mean, MacGuffin is still at least a plot device.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways.
All right, so yeah, I think that's where we're going to bring this episode to this evening. We're going to let the actually social person at the table take care of the social media needs.
So we're on all the social medias. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Find us. We're at Hapless Heroes. We want to hear from you. We love you. If you're not a social media person, you can still hit us up by email. We're at haplessheroes@gmail.com. But hey, if you really, really like us, we'd love if you left us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. You kind of know the drill at this point. It just kind of helps us get more visibility. We love all of you who've left us reviews so far. It's warmed our hearts, and yeah, just really love making the show for you guys. And if you really, really like us, we have a Patreon account. You can donate some money and get some cool rewards. So it's patreon.com/haplessheroes. Check it out, and if you feel like you can, spare a few bucks to help buy us pizza every week, we're actually almost to the point where we can have a pizza party based from the donations that you've given to us. So when that happens, you will know. We'll make a little special pizza party episode.
In fact, let's just put a goal out there. Get our Patreon up there so we can have a pizza party for our 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, which is actually soon.
Right, yeah. I was actually thinking about this on the walk here.
Because this is episode 31, quote unquote, but we're actually closer to 40 because of all the side arcs and things like that we've done.
Sure.
Right.
And I know, during Christmas, I think we skipped 4 or 5 weeks, I think, of
recording, but we still had stuff
That's
backlogged.
what I mean, but
yeah.
it was
but then
there
I
was
went
a
on my
gap of time.
honeymoon,
Yeah,
and then right. So we're almost up at a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'd really, really appreciate it if you did that.
And if you really, really like us, make yourself some HAPLESSHEROESJELLO jigglers. Lay them out on a windshield of your choice. Preferably a stranger. Maybe make sure they don't know about this show.
Right.
At least get us one more listener.
Great. Yeah.
Lime Jello, please.
I think there's a green Jello joke in here, and maybe I'm the only person who actually
Green
listened to that
Jello?
album. Green Jello sucks.
No, it doesn't.
It was literally their catchphrase.
Wait, what is this?
Green Jello, the band.
Oh.
All right, so anyway, we're gonna back this car into the driveway this time, and we're gonna go to the counterclockwise around the table. Outroing us, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
Bye.
We've
I
got
got.
Hoblet the Smasher, played by James.
Good night.
We got Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
We have to find this goddamn magic thing.
Yeah, we kind of knew it was gonna happen. We have Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Thank you for your time.
And last but not least, we have Paradell Lincolnwoods, played by Zach.
So long.
Once again, I am Dave, and I have been your host and Dungeon Master for this evening. Join us next week on the continuation of this thrilling adventure with the Hapless Heroes podcast. Good night. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
CUNAYL.